Hello. So today we are going to solve a problem that is longest palindromic substring. That is, we need to find a substring which should be longest and should be a palindrome. Like here, the longest palindromic substring could be BAB or ABA. See, here we can see that BABAD is also a substring and it is a longest substring, but it is not a palindrome. So we cannot return it. But this BAB is a substring and is palindrome also. ABA is a substring and is a palindrome also. Let's see here. BAB is a substring, is a palindrome, so it could be a answer. But let's go ahead. Here you can see that BABC BAB is also a palindrome because either we read it from the back, from the front or the back, it's exact same, like B and B equal, A equal, B equal, C equal. So it is a palindrome and it is the longest among all the substrings and it is a palindrome. So a naive approach, what could be a naive approach to get the longest palindromic substring? It could be that we get every substring of the string and we get its length, and if it's a palindrome we could return the answer. Like here in this case, how many substrings could be? A substring could be B, BA, BAB, BABA, BABAD. It is starting from B, right? Let's have substring from A. It should be A, AB, ABA, ABAD, right? Then substring start from B, B, BA, BAD, right? So like this, we calculate every substring of the string and found out that which substring is a palindrome, and if it's longest we can return it. Means this is having a length of 3 and another substring which would be a palindrome is ABA. It is also a length of 3, so we can return any of these, right? So in this case where we need to get every substring, so for a string of length n there would be total of n square substrings, right? And for a substring, if you want to get that if it is a palindrome or not, that algorithm will take us order of n. Like if a string is given as ABA, so if you want to know that if it's a palindrome or not, we need to iterate, right, from the between, like it is equal, then we see a are equal, so we need to iterate the whole array to get that if it is a palindrome or not. So for checking that if it's a palindrome, it is taking order of n, and creating every substring of string would take order of n square. So total we are going to have here is n cube. The time complexity of this algorithm would be of n cube. So can you think of an algorithm which could take lesser time complexity than n of cube? Let's see, let's observe something. We know that to check that if a string is palindrome or not, how we iterate. Like suppose we have A, B, C, B, A. To check if it is palindrome or not, we should start from the center, right? If we start from the center, we go this side in one step, B and B are equal. Then one step ahead, A and A are equal. So we can say that this is a palindrome. This was the case when the string is of odd length, and when the string is of even length. Let's see, A, B, B, A. So in this case, we would start from we would have two characters at the center. So we would start from the center, both the characters. Then we go this side. It is A, both are equal. So this is also a palindrome. So we are going to use this observation to reduce our time complexity. So how we are gonna do this? Let's check. Suppose if we have B A B A D, this is a string. So we would calculate, or we would check every substring having the character as a middle element. Like suppose if B is the middle element, which string could be palindrome having B as a middle element? So if we go right, if we go left, there is nothing on the left, so only B could be middle element and B is a palindrome, right? So B could be our answer. But if we go on A, if we go right of A, left of A, it is B. We go left, we go right, it is A, but there is nothing. So BAB could have our answer, right? So BAB could have our answer because BAB is greater than B, right? Let's have B as our center. We go right, we go left, A is equal to A, right? We go right, we go left, B is not equal to D. So ABA could have our answer. ABA, because ABA is equal to BAB in terms of length. And we'll do same with A, we'll do same with D. This was in case of if the length would be odd length, right? If the length is even, we could see that B, A, B, A, D. Suppose we have two pointers, B, A are not equal, so this could not be a palindrome. A, B are not equal. If we take our pointers to A, B, these are not equal. If we take our pointers to B, A, these are not equal. If we take our pointers to A and D, these are not equal. So there is no substring which is palindrome and it is even length. We could have a substring like B, A, B. It is a substring of length, even length, and it is a palindrome. In this case, we could check it like we have two pointers here, means from starting, let us check. First pointer here, BA are not equal, so it is not palindrome. Let's have first pointer here, second pointer here. A and A are equal, so let's go right and left. A, B are not equal, so this is a palindrome. Let's go ahead. Initially first pointer was here, let's take first pointer here and second pointer here. A and A are equal, let's go right left. A equal, let's go right left. B equal, so B equal. So this is the longest palindrome we could get. So here what we are doing, that for a substring B A D, For this substring, what we are doing, we are iterating to each index, like for index this, and we are exploring right and left to it. So for every character we are exploring right and left. So there could be an example where for a character we explore the whole left and whole right. So in this case, for iterating the string, we would need order of n, and for a single character we need to iterate, we might need to iterate the whole array or whole string to get that if it's a palindrome or not. So for that n, so the total time complexity of this algorithm would be order of n square, right? So it is better than n cube. So we can code it. So let's code it up. Let's code our problem, that is longest palindromic substring. So as I told you, we are going to have two pointers which would be checking that if the substring is palindrome or not. So let's have a method solve. It would be returning pair of int and int. Why it is returning pair of int int, I'll tell you, but let's have solve, right? There were two pointers, int I and j, right? And we had a string s, and the length of string would be n s dot length, right? And we were doing it till the string vanishes or string completes. So while I is greater than equal to 0 and j is less than n, and if s of I equal to s of j, if these are equal, so we can go ahead and we can do I minus minus and j plus plus. And if it's not, then we can directly return I and j. Return I and j. I will tell you why we are returning it. Let's have, suppose we have a string is a b a, right? So initially I and j would be at b, right? And then if we shift I and j, I would be at this a and j would be at this a, right? These are equal. So again we will shift I and j, and this time they are out of bound, so we are going to return I and j if any one of them gets out of the range. So we are going to return I and j. But suppose if it was c and d, so from this a and this a, we're going to shift our I here and j would be here, right? J would be here, and these are not equal. This is the else case where c and d are not equal, so we are returning I and j. Okay, so in this case the string between I and j would be the string, right? So this is the logic, and what we were going to do as iterating through the array, iterating through the string. So if int n is the length of s dot length, and if its length is equal to 1, then it would be the longest palindromic substring, so returning s itself. And let's iterate through the array. For int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. But before that we should have int of length, that is 0. Initially let's have length 0, which would be the length of the longest palindromic substring. Let us have it 0. And uh, the pointers of that palindrome string should be, hence I would be 0 initially, let us have it. And hence of j should be 0. You'll get it when I'll do the code. uh, let's have pair of end and end. P should be solve of I and I and string. What we are passing here is both the pointers should be are pointing to a single character, and then we are going to left or right. In this case, it will if it is C A B A D. In this case, this would return, if we are at B, so this would return an index of I at C and index of J at D. So the length would be, if uh, P dot second minus P dot first minus 1 would be the length, because it is 0 1 2 3 4. So 4 minus 0, that is 4 minus 1, so 3 is the length. So P dot second minus P dot first minus 1 is the length. If it is greater than the length, right, then our answer I should be P dot first, and answer J should be P dot second, and length should be P dot second minus P dot first minus 1, right? And again we will call the solve function for index I and I plus 1. This was case for odd lengths, right? And this is the case for even length. So P is this, and we'll do the same thing. We'll compare it. If P minus P dot second minus P dot first minus 1 is greater than length, answer I is this, length is this. And at last, we are going to return the string. We are having the index of the substring, which is starting from I plus 1. So we are going to return s dot substr substring I, answer I plus 1, and the length is len, right? Why we are doing answer I plus 1? Because in this case, answer I would be C at position C, like here it would be at 0 1 2 3 and 4. So it would return 0 as answer I, right? And our substring is ABA, so it should be answer I plus 1. Answer I plus 1 length. That is what we are returning. So let's run this code. Let's see if it is fine or not. And there is an error. P is equal to sol I, no matching function, and I. Let's see solve E. It is sol. Okay, yeah, we should pass the string as well. Let's see. We should have semicolon here. So here we can see that it's working. Yeah, it would be working fine, and we can submit this solution also and see if it's working fine. And yeah, it is working fine. So this is the code. uh, the time complexity, as we have discussed, this for loop is taking of order of n, and this sol method is also taking order of n. So the total time complexity of this algorithm is order of n of square, right? So thank you so much. Bye.